Star Trek IV New Horizons is finally showing signs of life, and honestly, it feels surreal after all the delays, rewrites, and directors dropping out. Paramount's latest push has brought in a new story and new story ideas, a fresh direction, and real hints that the Kelvin crew might reunite for one more adventure. Well, nothing's locked in yet, but the updates floating around actually make the movie feel, well, possible again, instead of just another rumour. If things keep going the way they are, this could be the first real step toward getting Star Trek back on the big screen where it belongs. So strap in and listen up to the current status of where we are now. So right now, Star Trek IV sits in a strange place, neither progressing, well, or cancelled. In 2022, Paramount officially removed the movie from its release schedule and roster, which signalled that it wouldn't be arriving anytime soon. However, the studio continues to insist the project remains active. They're still keeping a writer attached, they still publicly refer to it as a priority, and internally the film is reportedly seen as the final chapter for the Kelvin timeline cast. The biggest reason for the freeze is the ongoing restructuring around the Paramount Skydance merger. Large-scale projects often get paused, right, during major corporate transitions, of course, because leadership wants to reassess budgets or creative directions and franchise strategy. Star Trek, with multiple streaming series already running on Paramount Plus, is part of a broader brand evaluation. The studio wants to ensure the next film aligns with the long-term plan for the franchise, so they need to do their work. Steve Yockey is still writing the latest script, and until that draft is approved, no director will be hired and no cast contracts will be finalised. So the film isn't dead, it's, well, simply waiting for the studio's next move. At this point, Star Trek IV exists in what's called development limbo. It's alive on paper, but stalled until the corporate dust finally settles. Let's look at the cast uncertainty that we've got right now. As I say, the cast situation has been one of the most confusing parts of Star Trek IV's entire journey. Chris Pine has been the most straightforward about it, openly admitting multiple times that he hasn't seen a script and often has no idea where the project actually stands. At one point, when asked if the movie was still happening, Pine famously said, "Not that I know of," which summed up the overall communication gap between the studio and the actors. He later revealed he was surprised when news broke about a new writer, because he thought a script had already existed, and highlighted how disconnected the cast has become and felt from the updates. Zoe Saldana has taken a more optimistic tone, still expressing interest in returning as Uhura, great, while joking that they need to make the movie before everyone goes grey, and I know how that feels. Zachary Quinto has acknowledged the delays are frustrating, but emphasises that the cast still feels close and would love to reunite. Carl Urban has repeatedly said he wants to come back as Bones, but warns that scheduling could be tough due to the boys. Overall, the actors aren't the obstacle, they're ready. What's missing is a finalised script and a studio decision that allows them to officially sign on. So let's look at the new creative team that's in place. This creative team behind Star Trek IV has shifted more times than almost any modern franchise film. The latest writer on board is Steve Yockey, best known as the co-creator of The Flight Attendant, right? Paramount hired him to craft what they internally refer to as the final chapter of the Kelvin timeline films, signalling that this movie is intended to wrap up the story that began in 2009, and J.J. Abrams remains involved as a producer through Bad Robot, and reports also mention Simon Kinberg, who is known for his work on the X-Men films, joining the producing side. Now, this might sound like a stable team, okay? But the project has gone through a long list of previous writers. Lindsay Beer, Geneva Robertson-Drowett, Josh Friedman, Cameron Squires, and others all developed separate versions, each with drastically different tones and approaches. Some drafts were character-focused, others were large-scale sci-fi adventures, and none reached the finish line. Director-wise, the film lost Matt Shakman in 2022 when he left for Marvel's Fantastic Four, leaving the project without a confirmed director ever since. Yockey's hiring is viewed as a reset, giving the studio a fresh script to judge before searching for a new director. Whether this version finally sticks is still unknown, of course, but it represents the clearest direction the film has had in years. So let's have a look at the past 4 years and see what that has. Well, Star Trek IV has accumulated a long trail of abandoned versions, each one sounding promising before collapsing for different reasons. One of the most publicised attempts was the Chris Pine-Chris Hemsworth reunion storyline. The idea would have brought Hemsworth back as George Kirk through a time-bending plot, giving father and son a chance to share the screen. Yay! Fans are excited, of course, but negotiations between the actors and the studio reportedly fell apart over pay, and the entire version was scrapped. Another major attempt came from Noah Hawley, the creator of Fargo and Legion. His pitch involved a brand new crew, separate from the Kelvin cast, and would have taken Trek in a totally different tonal direction. Paramount paused that project when leadership changed, placing more focus back on the established film cast. And then, of course, there was Quentin Tarantino's R-rated Star Trek concept, described by those involved as Pulp Fiction in space. A draft was written by the Revenant screenwriter Mark L. Smith, but Tarantino ultimately stepped away and the idea was shelved. Now, that would have been fun, I think. The most recent near-miss came from Matt Shakman, who was officially announced as director in 2021. Pre-production actually began, but delays pushed him toward Marvel's Fantastic Four, leaving Star Trek IV directorless once again. Let's have a look at some possible storylines. Paramount has not released any official plot details for Star Trek IV, so everything discussed publicly is based on past versions, cast comments and industry reports. One of the longest-running rumours involved the father-son storyline featuring Chris Pine's Kirk and Chris Hemsworth George Kirk. With Hemsworth no longer involved, and that script, abandoned, the idea that would happen appears unlikely. Another possible direction comes from Zoe Saldana's comments about wanting to further explore Uhura and Spock's relationship. Their dynamic was a major part of the Kelvin trilogy, and giving them a deeper emotional arc could provide the personal focus the cast has reportedly said they want. A guaranteed element is the handling of Chekhov, as Anton Yelchin's passing in 2016 permanently changed the trajectory of the series. J.J. Abrams confirmed early on that Chekhov would not be recast, so any continuation must respectfully address his absence. Fans expect some sort of tribute, I guess, within the story. Beyond that, the tone and scale remain, unknown. Chris Pine has expressed support for a smaller, character-driven Trek rather than a massive blockbuster, saying the franchise works best when it's not trying to compete with the MCU. Whether the studio agrees, that's unclear, but Yockey's hiring hints at a more grounded, emotional approach. So why the long delay then? What's this about? Well, Star Trek IV has been floating around Hollywood limbo for nearly a decade, and at this point it's almost become a running joke among fans. Ever since Star Trek Beyond premiered back in 2016, the intention was always to bring the Kelvin timeline crew back for one more film. But instead of jumping straight into production, the movie kept stalling. Directors were hired and then left, scripts were written and then tossed out, and at several points it genuinely looked like Paramount had just given up on the whole thing. So what makes this delay even stranger is that the studio continued to insist the movie was still in development even when absolutely nothing seemed to be happening on the surface. All very confusing. So what about missed opportunities then? Well, Star Trek IV's development history is full of what could have been moments that always and still frustrate us fans. One of the biggest missed opportunities was the 2018 version that nearly brought Danai Gurira into the franchise. Reports at the time indicated she was in negotiations for a major role, described as very different from her past characters, suggesting a fresh direction for the series. That same iteration would have reunited Chris Pine and Chris Hemsworth, pairing two versions of the Kirk legacy in a storyline fans, like us, were eager to see. But contract issues and creative disagreements stopped that version before it ever reached production. Very sad. Then there was Quentin Tarantino's concept, which, whether fans loved or hated the idea, would have been one of the boldest swings that Star Trek ever attempted. A full draft actually existed, and Paramount was seriously considering it, until Tarantino walked away. Ugh. Noah Hawley's take, featuring a brand new crew and more intimate tone, also died before cameras rolled. Matt Shackman's version, well, that came closest, with pre-production actually underway, but delays pushed him towards Fantastic Four, and the Trek film was left without a director again. Each abandoned attempt added some more baggage, raising expectations and raising the bar for whoever and whatever version finally moves forward. So what's Paramount's position on this? Well, when you look at where the studio stands today, Paramount continues to insist that Star Trek is a priority, a word they've used repeatedly in interviews and investor calls. And while that sounds good on paper, it doesn't automatically guarantee movement. In Hollywood, a priority can mean anything from "we're actively working on this" to "we don't want fans to panic yet." What complicates everything is that Paramount isn't just developing Star Trek 4. The studio has 2 different Trek films floating around at the same time. The long-delayed Kelvin timeline sequel and a new Origin-era film exploring humanity's early steps toward Starfleet, written by Seth Grahame-Smith and set to be directed by Andor's Toby Haynes. Both projects slowed dramatically because of the ongoing Paramount-Skydance merger discussions, which caused the studio to pause major decisions until leadership and strategy finally settle. Executives reportedly want to reassess the entire Trek brand, including how films and streaming projects connect. So while Star Trek 4 hasn't been shelved, it's not moving until the corporate dust clears. Internally, the movie is still described as active, which is good, but without a director attached or a finalised script approved, it's always going to be stuck in development. Alive on paper, sure, but waiting for a green light that hasn't arrived yet. So the real question is, will Star Trek 4 New Horizon finally take flight? Or is this the last time we'll ever see the Kelvin crew on the bridge? Well, let's find out. Let us know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Live long and prosper. Bye.